I'm just going to start this video by explaining to you exactly what overtraining is when it comes to bodybuilding, fitness, and you seeing results from your own training. Overtraining is simply an imbalance between work and recovery. When you put too much stress on the body and you don't give it proper amount of rest or nutrition to recover, various things will happen to your body. If you are overtraining, generally you'll be sore all the time. You can't drop body fat, you can't drop fat even when you should be. You can't gain muscle even when you should be. You get sick a lot faster and on more regular basis, and things just don't work for you as you would expect them to. I see overtraining as a deceptive trap because it does go against our natural instincts and what we really want to achieve. I can expect rewards in proportion to what you give in time and effort. For whatever task you may be doing, work more and work harder in your career, and usually your business will grow or will wind up getting promotions and raises moving forward in the industry you are in. Say family and friends, more often than you will build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Practice longer and spend more time perfecting your golf swing, and you'll usually be able to hit the ball a lot further and have so much more better skills when it comes to putting a rough estimate. I honestly believe that 99% of everything you ever do in life, the more time you spend doing it and the harder you work, the more benefit you are going to get from that particular task. Unfortunately, the same does apply when it's trying to build muscle or trying to lose body fat. If you're training for 4 hours a day and minimum sleep and lack of nutrition, you are not going to make a lot of progress. If you are doing 3 or 4 hours of cardio per day on minimum sleep and lack of nutrition, you are not going to lose fat. When you are overtraining, your body does not function as it should. Things actually go backwards when they should be going forwards. So let me tell you now, yes, overtraining does exist. It is very real, it is very common, but I can honestly and comfortably say overtraining is probably most hated word in the bodybuilding and fitness dictionary. For me personally, if someone were to say to me that they were worried about overtraining, I would actually take that as I'm too scared to work. I don't want to put that into work. I don't want to put it into work. I would see it as an excuse. I believe overtraining is used more as an excuse than an actual concern. People will say, oh no, I can't do that. I can't do hours cardio day plus hours without, because I'm going to get over in case in my mindset, then you are not going to get anywhere with both of your results in the gym. And basically with anything in life, if you're worried about putting in too much work before you actually put your work at all, then you are just setting yourself to fail. I said earlier that if you're training for 4 hours a day on minimum sleep and lack of nutrition, you are not going to make a lot of progress. If you are doing 3 to 4 hours of cardio per day, lack of sleep and lack of nutrition, you are not going to lose any fat because you will be overtraining. The key thing I want you to take away from this sentence is on a minimum sleep or minimum nutrition. You can definitely overtrain on minimum sleep and lack of nutrition. I understand that some of you are not able to control the amount of sleep you are getting, which is not a bad thing. If you can't control the amount of sleep you're having, then you are obviously working long hours and hopefully either setting yourself up for business or doing lots of overtime and making good money. Or you might have just had a baby and he or she is keeping you up all night. Who cares? It's not a bad thing. It's part of life. If you control your sleep, as annoying as it is, generally for a good reason, it's going to have positive impact. Your life is in the future. I am the first to understand that there is more to life than just diet and training. Again, even if you don't control the amount of sleep you are having per night, you can always control what goes in your body and how much goes into your body. Good is as important as sleep. By eating the right amounts of good quality food on a day-to-day basis can stop you from your training very easily. I want you to all lock into your brains. You will never overtrain if you are getting enough sleep and enough nutrition to fuel your body for the workload. You are putting it under. Yes, overtraining does exist. It is very real, but it's 100% your control to stop it from happening. I will give you an example. If you train for 4 hours a day, let's say 2 hours weight training and 2 hours of cardio, you were eating 1,200 calories per day, and you were a ketogenic diet, trying to lose weight, trying to lose fat. The chances of overtraining from your workload compared to the amount of food consumed after 3 or 4 weeks is basically 100% going to happen. You are going to overtrain. All of that food you are eating is going to be completely burnt off. You are not consuming any carbs for energy. Your muscles are broken down and torn apart, and you're not getting enough nutrition to allow them to recover. You might be fine for a day or two, but to do this consistently for 3 or 4 weeks, and you are going to fall in a hole, and you will do some serious damage to your body. Your immune system is going to be down. Your central nervous system is going to be down. You're not going to recover, and you're literally going to be in pain all the time and will not see progress at all. The reason you won't see any progress is because you're recovering. It means you're overtraining. Now, I've told you this before, you are not seeing results in the gym. You break your muscles down in the gym and you give them reason to change and grow back bigger and stronger. But you are actually growing when you are recovering. Recovering being eating and sleeping. If you do not get that recovery, you do see results. I mean, I will see you another scenario. Let's go for a scenario thing. If you train for 4 hours a day, let's say, 2 hours of weights, 2 hours of cardio. This time you eat 5,000 calories per day with equivalent amounts of protein, carbs and fats. All the right times its worth would be total difference result. This time you were eating 5 times the amounts you were previously consuming the right kind of carbs at the right time. You have protein in all meals, and basically you are able to support that kind of workload in the gym. So this time you are not going to overload, you are not going to overtrain. If you ever find it, you are not covering all your needs to do is increase your food intake and try to make some sleep, and will fix your recovery issues. I just want to say this example. I have not given the amounts of food and the amounts of time just spent in the gym. Just a random number. I've used it for example. I'm not saying this through numbers are correct, and that is what you should be doing, because I don't actually know, as everyone is different. So as I can say, overtraining is real, and this is very possible for someone to do, but easily be accounted for through rest and nutrition. Now let me on to my next point, and that is how do I do if I overtrain or not. Unfortunately, there is no actual way to confirm that yes, you are overtraining, because it's physically impossible for your everyday person like us to see what is overtraining on inside body. You would have to get all kinds of tests and stuff done, but let's be honest, who the hell is going to do that? So unfortunately, you don't actually know. The only way you have of understanding of whether or not you are overtraining is looking for signs. Like I mentioned earlier, if you are overtraining, generally you are sore all the time. You don't drop body fat, even when you should be. You don't gain muscle, even when you should be. You get sick a a lot more often and things don't work as they expect them to. However, I also said earlier that I personally believe overtraining is an excuse and very hard. I stand firm with all my clients and also for myself that overtraining is not going to happen. I would much rather do much work than not enough. If you were working your ass off, literally killing yourself in the gym, and you are sore all the time, then you should be, and so be. How can you expect not to be sore? Sore is good. Being sore from the workouts means your body means going to be changed. If you're doing hours cardio a day and hours weight training a day, you're going to lose body fat. Assuming your diet is correct, you will not overtrain. If you are training and literally destroying your muscles in the gym and eating the right amount of food to recover, you're going to build muscle. You will not overtrain. If you are seeing progress with your training or finding it very hard to get results, I can almost guarantee it's not because of your training. It's going to be something else. You should never be worried about doing too much work with anything. You should never, as you ever do in life, conclusion in your training. Then seriously, will have my full respect, because that means you are working your ass off. Do not ever let your work ethic in the gym or anything else life suffer because you are scared to work hard. Work hard is the key to success. Do not make excuses as to why you cannot be successful.